The Senate now has before it for final consideration Senate Bill number 1311. The Secretary will read the bill.
In the Senate, Senate Bill 1311 by State Affairs Committee, an act relating to state symbols to designate the Idaho
Madam President.
Senator Den Hartog.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent that further reading of Senate Bill 1311 be dispensed with, and the journal show it's been read the third time at length, section by section, and is properly before the Senate for final consideration.
You've heard the unanimous consent request. Is there an objection? Hearing none, it is so ordered, and Senator Den Hartog is recognized to open debate.
Thank you, Madam President, fellow senators. Well, it probably took as much time for me to request unanimous consent as it would have taken the good secretary to read the piece of legislation before you. So I'm here for a little feel-good Friday. Sometimes we do real serious things on the floor, and sometimes we do things on the floor that honor great Idahoans. And that's what this piece of legislation is about. It honors a great Idahoan, and it is in the keeping of our gem state. So this piece of legislation would add a new state symbol, recognizing some of the unique and interesting things about our state. We often associate our state symbols with fourth graders who are going through the process of Idaho history and having to memorize those lists. So I was giving my daughter a hard time. I said, I'm going to add to your homework. She's in fourth grade this year. I'm going to have one more thing for you to have to memorize and learn about the state of Idaho. So this, you received a handout for the Idaho cut. What this does is it would add a new state symbol, and that state symbol would be a specific faceted cut for gemstones in the state of Idaho. And that specific cut is the Idaho cut. It is a patented cut. This was brought to us by the family of Quincy D. Howell, and you have that handout on the back of that with that beautiful picture, some information about his life and legacy. Quincy he fasted gemstones for over 30 years. He cut over 6,500 stones. He was a World War II veteran. He retired from the U.S. Air Force and really picked up fasting gemstones as a way to express his art and artistry. It really is a unique and inspiring story. When we heard from his family last week, it was his grandchildren and great-grandchildren who had worked on this. And one of the things I wanted to share with you is that not only did he have this patented Idaho cut, but when I was visiting with the family, each child and grandchild had a specific cut named after them. So I was meeting with Wendy, and she had a lovely necklace on, and she was wearing a stone that was named the Wendy cut. And I thought that was really special. And so all of his children and grandchildren have a specific faceted cut named after them. What makes the Idaho cut unique? You can see a diagram there on the handout. It really enhances, it talks about the arrangement of the precise and intended facets that reflect light through the stone in infinite combinations. We had the ability last Friday to actually hold one of these in our hand and pass it around. I don't have that option for you today on the floor, but I really think it was a unique and special opportunity, and we may have the time to bring that back in for you guys to view that. But with that, I would ask for your support in adding a new state symbol. Madam President, debate is open.
Is there further debate? Hearing none, Senator Den Hartog is recognized to close debate.
Thank you, Madam President. And then I just wanted to share two other tidbits. Mr. Howell had fastest stones that are on display in the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., and the Idaho cut is known to rival the famous Tiffany Brilliant cut for diamonds. So this really is it really is a unique thing and really honors Idaho and Mr. Howell's legacy. Debate is closed.
Debate being closed, the question is, shall Senate Bill number 1311 pass the Senate?
Madam President.
Senator Lee.
Madam President, I ask unanimous consent that the roll call be used for the passage of Senate Bill 1296 be now used for the passage of Senate Bill 1311.
You've heard the unanimous consent request. Is there an objection? Hearing none, it is so ordered. Roll call shows 32 ayes, 0 nays, 3 absent and excused. A majority having voted in the affirmative, Senate Bill number 1311 has passed the Senate. Is there a correction to the title? Hearing none, the title is also approved, and Senate Bill 1311 will be transmitted to the House of Representatives.